What's going on, y'all? So listen.
Bitch, listen. Black Ink Crew had me tonight at the end of this episode. A bitch was sitting here like, cause y'all know I'm on here to talk some shit, okay? But so if my face looked like bitch, it was okay. I mean, it caught me off guard. After looking at Greenleaf and then looking at Black Ink Crew, I was sitting here like, y'all really trying to do a bitch in, okay? I don't be doing this shit. What the fuck? This Black Ink Crew season 7, episode 8, two groups on the pool table. Okay. This episode was kind of cute, I will say, but of course y'all already know who got on my nerves. Um, let's just go down the line. Um, Let me just talk about Bay shit because this episode, once again, it really wasn't much. Donna. Toki has not come in. And everybody was sitting there talking about what happened and, what happened when they was at the cabin and on the trip or whatever. And, how this girl just flipped out on everybody and it was just no context to it or whatever. They're lost. So they're sitting there talking shit. And it's understandable because she came out of nowhere with this stuff. And the only people that knew what was going on that she really spoke to was Mel and was Sky. And I will say, regardless of how I felt about it last week and what I said, I will say that Melanie being out there talking to her, Sky stepping up and taking her home and all that stuff and being on her side too, they're upstanding people, okay? That's what you need. That's what people are looking for who are actually going through things like that. They don't need the judgment. They don't need nobody being negative to them. They don't need people doubting them. They don't need none of that stuff. They just need somebody to hear them out and to hear their struggle and to be there for them. And Melody and Sky was there for them. Melody and Sky wind up telling, Caesar what was going on. So Caesar came in and told them that basically she got a phone call from somebody who sexually assaulted her. And my whole thing is somebody did say it in the comments, how did the person have her number and why do they still have her number? Did somebody give her number to them? And who the fuck, if somebody gave her number to the dude that did this to her, X them out your life, okay? X them out your life. I don't give a fuck if it's a family member who did this to you, boo boo. X them out your life, okay? If your attacker is a family member, still, why did they got your phone number? Why would your other family or friends give this person your phone number knowing the situation? Because I'm pretty sure they know the situation. I don't care. Block that number. Change your number. Whatever. Because they shouldn't have your number at this point. And so she was going through that. And what really pissed me off about this scene, because everybody was sitting there trying to understand what was going on. And then when they got the reason, they was like, oh damn, that's fucked up. Okay, nobody should have to go through that. They were very empathetic and sympathetic to Toki. Okay, nobody was questioning her. People was kind of understanding because people handle things differently. We all established that last week. Donna, I mean, that's fucked up that it happened to her, but I still don't like the bitch. I mean, she still don't need to be here. She's a danger to everybody and all this stuff, and I don't feel comfortable with her in here. She just snapping off and shit like that. And I said, how fucking insensitive and how fucking dare you say some shit like that? Even if I was to doubt somebody's story, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let it come out my mouth in front of a group of people or to that person that I think you're lying, okay? Or that I'm doubting that this is happening or that I doubt that these emotions are real. I will never do that shit. I keep that shit in the back of my motherfucking mind because that is not a situation and I don't know the situation for me to even utter those words out loud, okay? There are things that you sometimes think that you do not come out your mouth, okay? You do not say those things. And the way that Donna did that shit, that just goes to show how much of a trash ass and a vile ass person that she is. You're insensitive as fuck. You up here being upset over the fact that this bitch got fired and another person came in. This is not your fucking shop. This is not your fucking shop. And how dare you say that she's a danger to somebody? As many fucking times you didn't put that shop in danger, having people coming into the shop, fighting and everything. They don't know. None of them at that damn shop knew if them people was gonna come in with a weapon and slice them up, slice you up, shoot you, or shoot them. You're more of a danger than Toki is, okay? How dare you fucking say that shit? In the beginning, Caesar didn't even fucking like your ass, okay? And you just kept coming back to the abuse and abuse and abuse and abuse. And now you up here telling him you need to pick me or you need to pick Toki, okay? Or give Jada back her job, okay? Find somebody else. And like Caesar said, I'm the fucking boss. Jada is fired. She went through something too, so you can't give her a job back. So the fuck what if she went through something? Okay? She fucked up her chances and she fired. And that's just it. All right? If this was anybody else, you would not be doing this shit. You can't get away with this shit. Don't nobody talk to the boss like that, okay? Without fear of getting fired or written up. And see, Caesar, this is your fault too because you blurred the lines between friends and workmates, okay? Friends and employees. You are the fucking boss, so therefore you should have the final say in shit, and they should respect you enough to go with it. And they don't respect you because if they did, Donna wouldn't be putting an ultimatum to you like that, talking about some choose me or choose Toki, okay? And then she going out there sitting there with Alex and expecting Alex to boycott, even if it's for a couple of days. Bitch, no one cares about you that much in Black Ink Crew, okay? Do people really come in and get real tattoos from your ass, your sloppy ass, elementary ass tattoos? Hell no, okay? They will do better without your ass, okay? Because you're not a real tattoo artist. You're still tattooing like you're a fucking apprentice that don't know shit. All right? You know, don't nobody care about that. You really want this man to sacrifice a couple of days of work when he got a child and his father just came out the fucking hospital. Okay? You want him to sacrifice a couple of days of work or whatever for your stupid cause and then get upset because he don't want to? Bitch, you gonna pay his rent? You gonna pay his gas bill? You gonna pay his lights? You gonna pay his cable? You gonna pay his phone? You gonna pay all his shit? No, you're not. You couldn't even be there for his goddamn daddy, and you want this man to be there for you? Bitch, get the fuck out of here with your selfish ass. Anyway, I hope he really do fire her ass next week. Well, 9 out of 10, he probably not. But whatever. That was basically it with that part. Excuse me. That was the only part that really pissed me off. I was a little perturbed by this shit with Young Bae and her mama. Okay, let me just tell you this. Young Bae mama almost would have caught one. Okay, almost would have caught one. Let me tell you something. I understand that there is a differences in cultures and stuff like that. And to be quite honest, I don't even really blame the mama. I blame Young Bae, okay? Because Bae should have told her mother everything that was going on, and she should have told her I was about to say her father. She should have told her boyfriend, her baby daddy, what was going on too, and how the cultures are and who each other were and the boundaries and everything and how this happens in my culture. And so if my mom comes off a little aggressive or, you know, she comes off a little too much, it's a cultural thing. This is what we do in Korea. And you should have told your mother, yeah, this is what happens in America, so we're a little bit more laxed over here, and this is what happened, and whoop-de-woo, and woo-woo-woo, so that there wouldn't be so much of a clash. It probably would have still been a clash, but not so much to this point. That lady was up in that kitchen throwing away his shit, okay? And then putting them clothesline up, bitch. She threw it back with the clothesline. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, we had on our porch, because we used to live when my parents were together. We used to live in this apartment. And if you from Chicago, we used to live on Michigan, okay? We used to live, and they had the brick buildings, okay? And them apartments used to be huge, okay? And we had this big back porch, okay? And had the clothesline up there, had them little clothespins, everything. Get out there and go put them clothes up there, okay? Go ahead and put them up there, all right? You know, fuck a dryer. We had the natural air outside. That shit just tossed it back. But when she put that clothesline up in front of him while he was sitting there watching TV, and then put them clothes in front of the TV, girl, I was living myself. I said, first of all, I don't care if he's sitting there watching his sports or whatever. He was sitting there watching the TV or just trying to mellow out, and you just deliberately right in front of him put them clothes up there. And I'm just sitting here like, babe, you got you a good man because he didn't snap, okay? He could have said, bitch, what the fuck you doing up in my goddamn house? You don't do no shit like that. He could have been disrespectful as shit, okay? And he wasn't. To me, to be quite honest, I don't feel like Rob was disrespectful to that mama. I feel like the mama and Bae was disrespectful to him because Bae shouldn't have did it the way that she did. Okay, you clashing cultures and all this stuff, and you not hindering your mama and telling her you can't do this. I know you trying to have respect for your mother, but baby mother, this is my house. This ain't your house. You ain't finna disrespect me in my home like this, okay? And he was good. He was good to get the fuck up and go walk off before he say something that he didn't want to say. And then he came back, had a conversation with Bae, and then gonna apologize to the mama saying that he was disrespectful to her. Baby, you ain't do shit wrong. But it was cute that you did that and you felt like you did or whatever. And you trying to respect and have peace and harmony in your home. So, you know, it is free daycare. So, hey, it is what it is. He cooked them some little food. Let me just tell you something. When the mama said this food is disgusting, this Korean food is so much better, she ain't lying. She ain't lying. If my sister would have saw this and saw her eating that big old bowl of stuff, that was some kimchi. My sister love that shit. Okay, it ain't nothing but fermented cabbage and stuff mixed with some spices and all that shit. Let me just tell you, open up your mind. Go get you some Korean food. The barbecue, the beef, and I'm not even a big beef eater like that. Okay, I didn't cut down on that shit to the point that when I see it, I'm like, girl, no, I can't tell you the last time I had a burger. Okay, it's been so long. All right, I just don't have the desire for it. But their sauces. Talk about spices, baby. Bitch, Coach J, that shit. Shout out to my sister because she put us onto that stuff. I was like, what? You know, she was up there cooking on this stuff. I said, you know what? He did good for whatever it was. Tried to talk in her language and, you know, make her understand that he apologized. And when he went over there and hugged her, she said, bitch, in English. All of a sudden, that English came through clear as day. And she said, I forgive you, but don't touch me. I was like, you know what, mama, I wasn't on your side this whole time, but when you said that part right there, I felt that in my spirit. We good, but baby, get the fuck up off of me. That was funny. But moving on from that, Toki had a painting. You know, she had a body painting the client to come in, and you know, she was just talking to the confessional, and her confessional about being um she was nervous about going back to the shop and having to see everybody because she didn't know how they felt about her after the way that she exploded. And you know, I'm glad that she was able to find an avenue to get it out. You know, that was a form of therapy, doing a little body paint thing, even though I don't understand the purpose of it because bitch, where you finna be running around naked with body paint all over you? How long that lasts? And then, you know, you paying to bit paint it and then to wash it off right then. Like, okay, whatever. But you know, make your money, girl. It was cute. That little, you know, I love the blue and all that. So she eventually does go back to the shop. And, you know, they was all sitting there. And she basically told them what happened. And she was like, she just didn't know that it was gonna come out the way that it came out, and that would have happened. And she apologizes and all that stuff, and they made her feel what I loved about this scene, regardless of how they might have felt and at the way that she responded to the whole thing without knowing what was going on. When they allowed her to sit down there and to talk, they welcomed her in and they listened to her, and they made her feel safe. They made her feel like it's okay to talk to us if you feel another attack or something else, you feel it down. They made her feel a part of that whole crew. And I appreciate that. Because you know, sometimes they can be assholes on this show. But they understood her, and I loved that part. I really do. Um, moving on from that, they went out and she came late, and they welcomed her when they went out for drinks and all that stuff. And you know, they was giving her shots and they was drinking champagne. Teddy and Alex over there, no, Teddy and Tati over there kissing and shit. And I was just like, young bae and them, because of the way that she was. I said, bitch, you was gonna take his whole face off. I said, she kissing lips and nose at the same time. I said, God damn. Show me what that mouth do. She's showing us. You know, everybody was like, wait a minute, so much for fraternizing. That's what Kitty said. Bitch, I can't wait to see next week to see what that bitch told to Kitty about Kitty and her name. I said, what is with these motherfuckers coming in on the show? See, these are people that watch the show and they pinpoint who they can try. Okay, and they trying to make a name for themselves. All right, I hope that bitch get her ass whooped. Okay, I really do next week. Kitty, you better not let that bitch whoop your ass. With all that mouth you got, you better not let that bitch. Let the DC come out. Let the motherfucking DC come out, bruh. Let it come out. You know what I'm saying? You know, fuck all that. Oh my god. Let the motherfucking DC come out, bitch. Okay? But what else happened? So Walt was like, I don't know why everybody's so surprised. I've been observing this whole thing. The way that they showed Walt sitting there looking at them on a couple of occasions, and then all of a sudden that last time we saw them with the bag of chips, that shit made me think. I said that didn't make Walt look good. That made him look like a little pervert a little bit. I was like, why are you sitting here watching him like that and then taking the chips out? Nigga, go get you some. Okay, whatever. But whatever, that was cool. So we have Sky and her son, Des. He comes down. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought he's supposed to be enlisting in the army. So they go out and he was basically like, He couldn't enlist in the army because he got some type of skin disease or whatever. And he was like, it's F or something. I said, is it eczema? Is you got ash? Because he said his skin too dry. And I was just thinking of either psoriasis or eczema or whatever. Like, which one is it? And I never heard no shit like that either. So, they was confused, but it is what it is. He's living in an apartment with some friends and he thinking about going back to school, but he can only enroll in college the next year. And so he was talking to her about having Genesis come down there and talk to her. And his whole thing is he needs them to get on the same accord because, that whole thing that happened before he went to school, I guess because shit wasn't really working out between Scott and Genesis, the relationship between Dez and Genesis kind of fell off a little bit, and so he's rekindling and they're fixing their relationship, and therefore he wants the mom and Genesis to fix their relationship. And I do appreciate the fact that he's trying to bring them together. And what I do appreciate about this whole thing, you can be upset at the way. Oh, I thought that was something new, girl. You can be upset at the way that Genesis has reacted in the past to Sky. But like he said earlier, later on when he talks to Dez, and they were talking about, because he was down there for a music conference thing, and he's supposed to be trying to be this rapper or whatever. You can't expect somebody to be all lovey-dovey and, yay, I want to be with you and I forgive you 100% when you don't know the answers to things and you've been going through your life like a black cloud, not realizing why you're mad. You're mad because you're feeling this void of emptiness and wondering why this person couldn't just give me a phone call, couldn't just check up on me every now and then in 15 years or whatever, and you come through just because you this big personality now and thinking that everything's going to be all forgiven. That's not how it works. So I appreciate them going through the motions of showing, the anger and all that stuff, because that's what happens most times, okay? Everybody, you either have a reaction like Dez had a reaction, was already welcoming and already forgiving of things, or you have a reaction like Genesis, or you have one in the twins that don't really care. They not mad or they not happy. They just neutral and they don't care if they have a relationship or not. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And first, Sky was a little apprehensive about the meeting, but I don't even think she really agreed to it. But Dez had came down to the shop, and then Genesis had came to the shop, and he was like, "Yo, I just want to talk to you, and just go outside and talk to you. Come outside for a minute." I was like, the way that he told her to come outside, I said, calm down a little bit. We ain't finna do that. But when they got outside and he told her, basically, I had to learn how to be a man and stop being mad and figure myself out before I come to you, because I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to argue no more. I know that you my mama, okay? I was more so disappointed than I was mad. I was like, he was like, I love you, mama. You my mom. I was sitting here like, just the breakthrough that we needed. I don't care if it was fake. That shit was real to me. I don't give a shit, bitch. That shit was fucking real. Girl, fucking man, that probably was the realest scene up in this whole season. Girl, I was just sitting here like, because that nigga, we know that nigga can go off the handle just like his mama. Okay, he is his mama's child. But he just kept it calm, cool, and collected. And I said, see, look at that. Sometimes you got to go through the fire to get to the end and get that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, bitch. Sometimes you just got to do that struggle, that 1-2 step struggle, and then you get there. Girl, just never give up. I was like, this was cute. This was a good way to end on a high emotional note to end the episode. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Obviously, I liked the episode. I gave y'all a full ass review. It's almost 20 minutes. But, y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I will see you guys later. Peace.